audio sync here. How's that? That works. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
If you've had a charcuterie board in Indianapolis in the last 10 years, chances are good it came from Smoking Goose. This time on Back of House, we feature Indianapolis success story Chris and Mollie Eley of Smoking Goose Meatery and Goose the Market.
You guys have been in business now for a long time by
Feels like it sometimes.
restaurant/food standards, right?
Yeah.
How long?
The market's celebrating 15 years this year, and Smoking Goose just celebrated 10.
And not just in Indianapolis, you guys are spreading your wings out to other places.
Yeah, I mean, we've been producing and selling out of state since we started here.
What made you want to become a butcher?
I think it just grew to love it more than anything. I don't know that I really set out and said, okay, I want to be a butcher. I don't know if I ever really said that, but I just really grew to love it.
So how did you learn to smoke? How did you learn to, cure all the meat? Where did that come from?
Trial by fire and
Okay.
error and
So no mentor, no.
No, not in that kind of sense.
When he was in Chicago, he started working with Greg Gunthorpe. We still buy a significant amount from them.
Yeah.
At that time, Gunthorpe wasn't coming to Indianapolis for any food deliveries, and Chris, he would buy whole pigs from him and figuring out what else, besides the pork chop and the pork shoulder,
Which is what the restaurants want.
Right,
Yeah.
what do you do with the rest of the animals?
Buying a lot
So,
of the other stuff. Right.
Now you got to make something with it.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys would do differently?
Oh yeah.
Give me a couple. That was a quick answer. I got people like, nah,
I don't know. Every day I'm like, why the hell do I do it this way?
Well, and I mean, once you've done something once, right, you always learn something, so,
I could do it so much better if I did it
Yeah.
10 times over.
I mean,
Like layout, facility-wise, totally, man. I had never designed a USDA facility before. I never operated one. I had never owned one. And it's like, man, I would have laid it out totally differently. I would have built it differently.
What was the first product where you're like, okay, we got something?
the Delaware Fireball was is still probably one of my favorite things we make.
So explain what the Delaware Fireball is for
So
somebody
it's
who hasn't
like
had
a
it.
cold smoked ball of salami.
It's a hand-rolled crepinette.
Yeah, there you go.
Hand-rolled crepinette.
We're fancy.
It's a ball of salami. Hand-rolled crepinette.
Here's a ball. Here's a meatball salami.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's really spicy,
Spicy,
really
got some
flavorful,
kick to it.
but it also has a smokiness to it. And then it's wrapped in caul fat, so it just looks really cool, and the texture's really different.
We kind of like really hit it off with our bacon back then. We essentially still make it the way we did 15 years ago. It's just now we're trying to do we do about 2,000 pounds a week instead of 50 pounds a week.
That's a lot of
So it's
bacon.
different, and it's like just on a little bit different scale.
Kudos to you guys for maintaining that. That's awesome.
It's not easy, and I mean, I'm not going to say we've always done it right. Most well-known salami is the Dodge City, and we've been having crazy problems with it this year. We've had to go back to some of the basics of making that salami. We're trying to keep up with the demand, but it's still a hand-tied salami. We have a whole room that's essentially just full of that salami right now, which is wild.
Just sitting there curing.
Thousands and thousands of pounds of it, which is crazy. You don't know it's screwed up until it's done.
Yeah.
And you cut it open and it's not right, and you basically have to destroy it.
Well, you can blame supply chain issues post-pandemic. right?
COVID, just blame everything.
COVID. As COVID.
it's
Sorry,
everything
supply
blame
chain
on
issues.
COVID.
We got things that I found interesting is that you aren't sort of classically trained in sort of the European or Italian system of cured meats. Do you think that contributes to the success of your product?
Back in the day, I don't know that I necessarily ever thought about it, but my approach has always been similar to what you would do in Europe anyways, which is essentially take all the fantastic ingredients that you can find around you and use them. And that's kind of always been the idea, is putting our own twist on things.
Where would you guys say the city is post-pandemic? Have we plateaued as far as restaurants go? Is there room for more growth, or are we kind of in a stagnation period?
I don't think that we're maxed out. I mean,
I think people are more
Yeah.
hesitant to do it now than they
Yeah.
probably were before the pandemic.
Yeah, there has been like that feeling that we've plateaued, that there's not like something new opening up every couple weeks anymore, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I'd rather see more quality and less quantity anyways.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us
Yeah.
today. Really appreciate your guys' time. We appreciate that you support our community and, as well as other people in the community. So appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Final cheers.
Thanks, cheers.
You're probably a lot less fun than the Love Handle crew.
It was like chaotic.
That was